And I know there's a bit of that fading with the new generation, but it's still a bit of a thing. Like, why do we find this so hard in our industry to have good leadership and good culture? Like, what's going on with us?
I think there's a barrier to authenticity, right? I think there has to be, I think some people feel like you have to be rough and tough to be a leader, when in fact that doesn't necessarily work with everybody. But what does make this industry interesting, and to your point, is that unlike most companies, most industries, look, if we have a manufacturing facility, there'll be a bunch of people working in the factory that never ever talk to the customer. In the home services and construction industry, essentially everybody is interacting with the customer, whether it's on the phone or face to face. So again, how people behave matters, and how do you get the best out of it? We have to teach people how to behave. We have to teach them how to talk to others. I mean, I remember early on that we had to take our installers. We expected this 5-star experience that we wanted our installers to provide, but maybe they've never experienced one for themselves. We have to show them what is a really beautiful restaurant with tablecloths and silverware and great china and unbelievable service look like, so we can replicate it. I think there's a lot of that too. Yeah, sometimes people don't know what it looks like.
It's a sign that sits in my bathroom that says, "Be the change you wish to see in the world."
I love that.
Right. I have to start this if I want my people to start this. And I will say, I've seen this. So we have a bunch of members we work with at Breakthrough Academy. A lot of them are in the newer generation, not all of them, but a lot of them are. And they do have this new mindset of like, I want to be a good leader and I want to be a good developer of people. And I have some other friends that just work for construction companies that have been around for 30, 40 years. And it's just everyone's swearing at each other. Everyone's putting each other down. And it's like a very toxic culture. And I think over the last 10, probably 20 years, you've probably seen this more than I have, that toxic culture is being, basically faded out. And there's this new generation coming in, starting to make change.
Who wants to work for a boss, right? Who wants to work in that kind of environment when there are so many options out there? And you're right. I do believe that the younger generation is much more excited about purpose and meaning and impact and all of these things that bringing out the best in others. And there are plenty of organizations that provide that, and that's attractive. And look, when a company doesn't provide it, all they're really doing is providing a job. And I think that's a real shame. As I wrote about in my book, 60% of US adults have left a job simply to get away from a manager. Now that's a doggone shame.